All right, so I'm still in Taiwan here, doing my best to record a couple of videos so we keep the momentum going. I apologize if the mic sort of cuts in and out. I'll do my best to speak loudly and clearly. So in the end, I'll do the best I can. So in today's video, I thought it'd be really fun to sort of think about what kind of advice I would give a professional athlete. And I sort of picked professional athletes just because you read all those articles about them going bankrupt a couple of years after being out of the league. And I think that's just a shame, right? They've worked their entire lives for a fleeting couple of years of high pay and often leave injured and other things. So I thought I would just take a shot and see what I would put forward. So again, so why did I create this video? I just wanted the mental exercise, what I could do. And again, it doesn't have to be a professional athlete. This could be a singer. This could be really anyone who sort of comes into a pile of money, maybe even a lottery winner. And then, what should they, what could they do? I sort of give you an outline of what our fictional athlete again sort of is and sort of the plan I'm building around. I sort of give a multiple step plan for this individual, and then hopefully highlight what the outcome should look like. So again, uh, I like thinking about sort of complex problems and really thinking about what, if a professional athlete called me or a friend of a friend said, hey, I got a buddy who just signed a multi-year contract for X amount of dollars, help them out. What would you do? Again, don't like reading about individuals who go broke ever really, and particularly, 20-something-year-old who's, was living the high life and then, is bankrupt or whatever, and that's just a shame. I wanted to see how I could attack, the real estate game or real estate plan for someone who's got a very short window of high income. We're talking a couple of years, and I thought that would be interesting to think about. So in this case, our professional athlete or a fictional athlete just signed their rookie contract. In this case, we'll say they're 22 years old. I had to pick a number. Let's just say it's $8 million over 3 years. I have no idea if that's a lot or a little for contracts these days. I did want a number, both in time and in dollars, just so we can build around that. Also going to say that this individual makes $500,000 a year from endorsements and speaking fees and shoes and whatever else they do. I have to assume there's extra income if they so desired they could go after. And then I'm going to suggest or really propose that, hey, this individual only playing for 3 years, right? So this is not, Tom Brady who's playing into his 40s or, somebody who's played 18 years in the NBA or anything of that nature, right? This is 3 years and out. So step one. First and foremost, I think the athlete needs to appreciate that they have to take care of themselves before they help anyone else, right? Before they buy their mom a house, before they buy the dad a car, or anything of that nature, they really need to think about themselves. The other thing is I'm going to strongly recommend that they live off their endorsement money, right, which was $500K in the earlier slide, and then they take all the $8 million and invest that. Another important thing here is it's really only $4 million after you take out taxes, and probably even a little bit less than that when they pay their manager and all these other people that sort of glom on there. But again, I had to pick a number, so 50% is gone for taxes and other fees. The other thing is they have to set up a goal if they're going to talk to me sort of after they're out, right? What could they live on? In this case, I suggested 15K, right? It's not a lot when you consider they're millionaires, at least income-wise, for a couple of years, but they have to be able to live off something. Pick your own number. In this case, I picked 15K. The other thing is obviously, given what this channel is all about, this is going to be rental properties or income-producing real estate. Again, I'm going to recommend, given that they have a very short time in the league, that they use very conservative financing, given that they're really going to qualify loans off of a 3-year window in this example. So this is what I hope happens. First and foremost, I hope they invest half of the $4 million or $2 million, and then the other $2 million sort of sits on the side of real estate. I'm going to ask them to do 50% loan to value. So if it's a 500K, small units or apartments or whatever, they have to put 250K down. If it's $1 million, they have to put 500K, so on and so forth. So again, very conservative financing. I'm going to estimate that, at least in my market, if I had $2 million to put down on $4 million of property, that the gross rents would be about 35 to 40K, depending on the sort of collection and which ones you get. Again, sort of highlight that we're only investing $2 million in that short 3-year window, so they do still have some cash sitting idle in a money market or bonds or whatever, something liquid, but still there just in case. So again, at the end of 3 years, this is what the athlete could do. Sort of two options. Option one is they could take their extra $2 million and just pay off the real estate entirety. Right, some of that will be paid off by the tenants, but not much. But again, so they could just take that $2 million and pay it off. If you just take the simple 50% rule, that's going to give them somewhere between $17,500 and $20,000 net, and they're going to have $4 million, assuming zero appreciation in net worth, which isn't bad, right? You can think about being a professional athlete who only worked 3 years in their profession. They now have, let's split the difference. Let's call it $18,000 a month showing up. And they're worth $4 million. I think that's probably better than most professional athletes when they exit their career. The other one they could do is they could just double down, or what I call double the portfolio. They could take that $2 million and basically up it to having $8 million of total real estate, $4 million, 50% of that. I suspect after cash mortgage payments and 50% expenses, roughly they're going to be generating about $20,000 net. So we accomplished our goal. We didn't, they didn't play more than 3 years, and now they need to, live off of that. In this case, somewhere between 17, 18, 20 grand, something of that nature. But again, it is absolutely. So again, some advice. Just like the average 40-hour employee, I think financial freedom for professional athletes starts with and requires sacrifice. And when you read about the stories, at least the ones I've read about, there's not a whole lot of sacrifice going in those first couple of years, and it's all that capital just gets burned, and they can't get it back, right? So I think they need to have a conversation with someone like me or someone that doesn't have a handout trying to take money from them, because any capital burned in the beginning is capital they can't get back, and that's a shame. And again, I think people need, including professional athletes, need to take care of themselves. Maybe that sounds selfish, but it's true. Nobody else is thinking about their future, during the high income years. They're all just trying to ride the coattails and things of that nature. So again, right, enjoy, work hard, stay healthy, but also take care of yourself. Be a little selfish until you've really set yourself up for the future. So again, I hope that was a fun video. What would you do? I'd ask you, what would you do different in this plan? Leave comments below. Hit the like button if you happen to like this thought-provoking topic. And as always, share this with your social media channels, and we're always looking to increase subscribers, currently at 242. Have a great day, and I hope the quality worked out okay.